We have a countertop. Welcome back to part 3 of my pantry makeover and the final reveal.
Before we install the countertops, we added trim on either side of the cabinets.
Don't get my fingers.
50% chance I'm going to drill into your fingers.
Watch those fingers.
Thankfully, in fact, he did not get my fingers, but once the trim was done, I had this idea, and I asked you all for some funny suggestions on what I could put in here, and there was one clear winner.
This was your suggestion, and I love the idea of putting a skeleton in here. Left a note with him that says, I have been waiting for you to rip out this cabinet since 2025, and this will be his new home until one day somebody else comes and finds him.
Sometime in the distant future, that will be quite the surprise to whoever decides to rip out this project we've been working so hard on. Now that that's all sorted, we can get back to the countertops.
A pretty piece of wood, James.
It's like $100 piece of wood.
Don't mess it up.
We decided to use a 1.5-inch thick project board to make the wood countertops in the pantry.
That one looks good.
Since this countertop is an L shape, we cut the boards into 3 sections and secured each piece into place with Loctite. We said goodbye to our little buddy in the corner and then filled and sanded all the seams on the countertop. To make sure this countertop still looks beautiful after all the use, we did 3 coats of poly to seal it. And lastly, added the cabinet hardware before we brought everything back into the finished pantry. Here's a quick look back at the pantry before we started the project and now after.